Cheap Seats.
Vinny Romeo.
Blue car performance.
Hilarious.
Needle before saw.
Hilarious.
Hey, welcome to Cheap Seats. I'm Randy, he's Jason, and we are the superstars of this show.
Whoa there, Cocky.
What?
Well, I think that calling us the stars of the show is actually a bit over the top.
So do I.
But you bumped it up a notch and you called us superstars.
I know, but I'm using the term superstars as it applies to the Superstars competition, where competitors like Jim Stefanich, Mark Van Egan, or Wayne Grimditch, who barely qualify as stars, are given the superstar moniker. So in this case, a superstar is far less than a real star.
Oh. Well, when you put it that way, superstars we are. And on the show today, superstars we shall see. This one's from 1977, and what we've learned from the other two is that it's just plain wrong to take an athlete who excels at one sport and make him compete in a bunch of other sports.
Let's face it, it's wrong for Ron Say to be sprinting.
It's flat out not right for Johnny Bench to be cycling.
It's wrong for Joe Frazier to be swimming.
Or weightlifting.
Or running.
Or boxing. But on our show, sometimes wrong can be oh so right. So we say, take us to the promised land of wrong, Keith Jackson.
And we are going to have some fun on the...
Here's my question. Is this live?
As we settle in at...
I loved Hotel Rotunda. Cheadle, amazing.
The stakes here are very high.
But not as high as this guy.
Here they are competing for $100
or this dude.
in total prize money.
And fade to blue.
And this is the trophy that goes along with all...
An Austrian Emmy? No, it's Schwarzenegger's hood ornament.
1976, Pro Soccer's Kyle Rote regained the championship
Who says Americans don't like soccer?
against 13 challengers, including...
Superstars rule number one. If your best highlights are in black and white, you've got no shot.
Another Olympian, Guy Drew of France.
At least his highlights in color.
Champion. 1976 Celebrity Superstar Champion Kevin Dobson.
Who? Where was Telly Savalas auditioning for Cannonball Run?
From the Los Angeles Dodgers, first baseman Steve Garvey.
He even rounds the bases like a...
Pro football representatives include...
That doesn't even look like a star. It looks like a character from Mummenschanz.
Quarterback Steve Grogan of the New England Patriots.
He's Alan Partridge. No, he's a hungover Wayne Gretzky.
The Houston Oilers dynamic Billy White Shoes Johnson, the man with the smooth move.
Did they burst into his room at 2 a.m. to take that picture?
And wide receiver Lynn Swann of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the home run...
Looks like Lynn cut his hair to fit in the star. Now that's commitment.
Points. And hello again, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson. We have an absolutely clear, warm day.
Yes, I said warm. And can I also interest you in some beads and trinkets in exchange for the Brooklyn Bridge?
Let's again go back to our expert commentators. Less frivolous for the moment, but almost...
Bonaducci with choice seats. He's breaking down.
Bruce.
I guess you're...
Why is that funny, Reg?
Again, Bruce, I'm going to take the preacher, man. I'm going to take Kyle...
And nothing quite says warm and sunny like a turtleneck and a yellow barn jacket.
...in the swimming in the preliminaries, and he's going to come on strong here in the finals.
They're so close right now, anything could happen.
Preliminaries, but I don't think the big horse can keep it going. But so I'd have
Why is that funny?
to put my money on Felipe Pomar.
And the crowd expires.
Patterns against this bunch.
That bathing suit can't decide if it wants to be a Speedo or not.
Covered something when you picked
Do you like my new haircut? It's called the Ben Franklin.
Preliminaries, and now
Down goes Frazier. He's not even in the competition. I know, but how sweet was that?
tight race.
And Joe Frazier is well back. Doesn't look like Joe's going to make it into the finals of this event.
It is Kyle Rote and Pomar with Dave Casper.
I think this pool needs more lanes and some super dogs. And that chemical that turns the water red when you take a leak in the pool. I don't trust Dobson.
Dave Casper will come on to take third. And here's the struggle now for 4 and 5.
Yes, it is a struggle for survival.
So Kyle Rote Jr. wins the swimming, and here's Reggie.
Where?
Kyle, you look like you definitely have spent yourself. You're tired.
It's the first time
Ever I saw your face.
away from Crocker.
Was it really that funny, Reggie?
Kevin Dobson is kind of whooped.
How you doing, Keith?
Adrian, I need some water ice.
Beat that big right-hander from Philadelphia.
Oh, man, Jim Lomborg is an idol, you know?
What the hell is Dobson talking about? See, this is what happens when you let actors compete in the Superstars.
The downtown athletic club, with the hours that we keep.
Okay, Kev, you're not on the Tonight Show. Wrap it up, buddy.
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, we got
It's lonely at the
on
top.
with Lynn Swan leading the way. He's going to get himself in trouble. They've got Patty Johnson of Munsingware, the supplier.
No, not Patty Johnson of Munsingware.
Wait, she can't swim.
Worst wet T-shirt contest ever.
You can count on it.
Ah, the 70s. A time when a guy could pick up a woman and throw her in a pool without fear of litigious retribution.
I need to see it again.
Me too, but in order to truly understand its intricacies, I think we're going to need to see it in cheap reenactment form.
Cheap Seats, Cheap Reenactment.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm a big-time professional athlete. Just for fun, I was thinking about picking you up against your will and throwing you in that pool there.
You know what? I'd really rather you didn't.
Did I mention the fact that I'm a big-time professional athlete?
Yes, you did, but the thing is, I cannot swim.
I'm a big-time...
I can't argue with that. Ah, I'm in the water. Stop it. Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats.
You know what I love about the Superstars?
The palpable awkwardness that permeates the screen every time Reggie Jackson's on camera?
Clearly. But I also love how seriously some of these athletes take this whole thing.
Yeah, it's almost as if they care. Guys, that's the cue for Do You Care?
Yeah, who's on graphics today? Sam? Just try the line again, Jay.
All right. Yeah, it's almost as if they care. No, that's the Cheapies graphic.
Okay, that's what to look for. We didn't even do that in this show.
Okay, that's baseball tonight. You know what? Just forget it, okay? We don't need the graphic. I don't care. Of course.
Do you care that Kevin Dobson hosted inaugural balls for both Clinton and George Bush Sr.?
Do you care that Lynn Swan was the chairman of President George W. Bush's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports?
Do you care that Peter Snell financed a PhD in exercise physiology by competing in the Superstars?
Okay, A, how much prize money did Snell win? Couldn't have been more than $5,000. B, how do you finance a PhD with only $5,000? And C, what do you do with a PhD in exercise physiology?
I don't know. Ask Dr. J.
Oh, baby!
Well, Brogan, you lied.
He drew now.
Giovanni Ribisi?
Be interested to see if he can get...
Oh, he's got
This
it.
is really a lot of weight for the guy.
Oh, God, no, that is awful. Freeze it. I know I'd feel more comfortable if the spotter was wearing sweatpants instead of a pair of plaid dress slacks.
Gee,
This should be informative.
Olympic hurdler, a gold medalist. Do you do any training?
That guy teaches phys ed in Paris? No wonder the French are so
I
weak.
beat my record today, so I don't understand nothing.
Especially why that guy from Kojak is here.
As we watch,
Can we get some really weird music for the replay, please?
and you can see that he, despite all the intensity,
Lots of flute, if possible.
got it started. And the question now
Thank
is
you.
whether or not 180-pound Lynn Swan can pump himself up and handle.
There it is, that Republican bravado that Patty Johnson knows all too well.
But I think Lynn is getting himself prepared here, getting himself psyched up, taking his shirt off. Look out, women...
Shirt off, I get. But he's keeping the Gilligan hat on?
in all his glory.
He stands just
Licking the gloves kind of defeats the purpose of gloves.
pounds, and he's trying to lift 60 pounds more than he weighs.
Is that with or without the bling?
And the hat.
And the arrogance?
Leg.
He's got it. He's got it! Okay, now he's doing a
It
somersault.
started and then couldn't get his legs.
Well, at least he wasn't cocky about the whole thing.
In the swimming pool and everything else that goes on. Do you know how many people were glad to see you miss that today?
Reggie sounds like he was glad to see that he missed it.
I thought maybe I might have a chance, but last time I came in, I lifted 220, and I lifted 230, and
Sure you did, just like today.
now it goes, if Chuck Nolan's watching this, he can't complain about me going in the weight room.
Why can't he complain? He has every right to complain because clearly Swanee's not going to the weight room enough.
Rendered him relatively unconscious.
He's one necklace away from being cast on the A-team or being allowed into Scotty Nguyen's poker posse.
I wish I did.
I think a lot of people like to have a little...
How many Conair hair dryers you think Garvey went through that year?
He comes up and can't find it.
Yes!
Steve Garvey of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
If he can't lift that, how can he as a man and as a first baseman properly provide for his family?
Isn't it families at this point?
Great showing for the baseball players, and after all, like Tom Lasorda says, you might have to start swinging for home runs this year.
Reggie is the master of insulting someone and making it sound like a
Of course,
compliment.
maybe this will disprove some of the people's beliefs that baseball players are a little weak and a little small. And
He's right. Bonds, Sosa, McGuire, Giambi, bite-sized, the whole bunch of them.
Training at all with weights?
just for forearms, wrists, triceps, some dumbbell work, you know.
But enough about my girlfriends.
Tendency to make you a little too stiff up top, and this is the only time I lift barbells, but it's a lot of fun and makes some people happy, I think.
Which people? These people?
All right. Let's see if Dave Casper clears. He wins the 10th.
Casper didn't even take off his jacket. Hell, he didn't even zip it up. He catches footballs in the NFL. This is cake for those guys.
Okay, during that last segment, Jay and I couldn't agree on which was a bigger Superstars debacle. Swanee's pre-lift bravado leading to the failure somersault, or Joe Frazier's weightlifting failure and then post-lift bow from Superstars 73.
And in times like these, there's only one person we can turn to. The score settler. Okay, score settler. Ready to help us settle a score?
Well, I do think Swanee was a little bit cocky when he, Gold. I found gold! I found gold!
Yeah. The score settler. Hey, welcome back to Cheap Seats, where we're halfway through the athletic onslaught that is the 1977 Superstars. And it's hard to say which of the Superstars has embarrassed themselves the most.
That's true. So far, we've seen Jim Lonborg struggle in the pool.
Lynn Swann struggle with a barbell.
And Guy Drew struggle with the English language.
Yeah, maybe next time I
Looks like we need to bring back a certain someone. The score settler.
All right, what do you say, score settler? Is it Jim Lonborg, Lynn Swann, or Guy Drew?
It's Guy Drew.
What's wrong, score settler? You seem a little sad.
Yeah, you just found gold.
Well, it turns out it was fool's gold. Guess that makes score settler the fool.
Come on, you're not a fool, score settler.
Yeah, that's just life on the prairie. It's tough.
Well, you know the old saying, you can't take the heat, stay out of the creek.
I don't really know that. Let's head back to Superstars 70s.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on the creek.
Okay, thanks a lot, score settler. We're getting back to the game. And then
Penny saved is a penny earned.
that actually makes sense.
I've heard that one.
In the creek.
All right, you know what? That's enough. Let's get back to the action.
Wrote here, if he wins the $25,000 plus $300 a point, which would be $10,350, plus his previous...
What is this, math class?
If Lynn Swann's ego and Steve Garvey's ego both leave at the same time, traveling in different directions, who's the bigger?
Holy mackerel. 9 runners have entered the half mile. The record for the...
Whoa, it's the music from behind the green door.
7.79 seconds. Bob Rigby from soccer, 19...
From soccer? Not even a league, just the sport.
This one? Well, we've got a disagreement.
Charts.
Commentators again. They can't get along about anything, it seems, this year. But let's check in with Reggie Jackson and Bruce Jenner.
Reggie, I have feelers out all over the United States, reporting in information to a centralized computer sitting in my house.
Did Jenner just take credit for inventing the internet?
Has been training very, very hard. I know. In fact,
Again, could they be any closer?
What do you know about track and field? Man, all you know how to do is dodge beer bottles out there. And
What? What does that mean? It means he played for Billy Martin. Oh.
Get off the track so we can get on with it. All right, now they're being called into position by the starter.
Runners, take your
There
marks.
is no particular starting order here.
Or do that. They could afford matching jackets, but they couldn't afford starting blocks?
Felipe Pomar, Kyle Rote, Lynn Swann, and Kevin Dobson in the field. And
Do you think Kevin Dobson is part of some foreign exchange program with the Battle of the Network Stars? Yeah, right now, Franco Harris is in Maui playing Charles Nelson Riley in ping pong.
the fight for the lead. Coming down off the turn, it's Guy Drew moving past Floyd.
Hey, where's Kojak?
Beginning to tie up just a little bit. Coming down off the turn, it is...
Ah, yes, it's the old story of the tortoise and the hare. Or the French dude and the Peruvian cocoa farmer.
Lead off the turn. He is going to win it. Coming for the finish.
Can we please tone down the corporate sponsorship at the finish line, guys?
Second. Floyd Little takes third. Kyle Rote comes hard to finish 4. Lynch 1-5.
Come on, Garvey, at least run it out. The sorta would beat you with a salami if he knew you were dogging it.
Here comes Kevin Dobson.
Look, he's acting like he's holding a torch. Brilliant!
There's Billy White Shoes Johnson trying to run him down. And Billy almost got him at the finish line.
Wait, how does an NFL wide receiver lose a race to an actor from the show Kojak? That would be like Randy Moss losing in the 40 to Dennis Farina.
I'm the winner.
Oh, they're going to get Lynch White.
I know this is supposed to be a joke, but it looks more like a scene from Oz.
Pushing everybody in the swimming pool, and now he...
Where's the lifeguard? It's nice to see the no horseplay rule being strictly enforced.
Heck of a time getting it in.
Too bad Swanee didn't put this much effort into lifting weights.
My guys, there's $1 million worth of talent struggling on the edge of that swimming pool, and they go tumbling in. Jimmy Lonborg.
His hair still looks great.
You get frivolous, and you got to pay the price.
Just let your soul go.
There were never more than 2 or 3 people at any one time.
Look at him, he's still fuming. I think he's still mad about losing out on the towering Inferno role to O.J. Simpson.
But I'm 1/4 Cherokee Indian, and we know how to sneak attack in the dark.
Not perpetuating any stereotypes there.
Oh, I'm going to get even.
Great. Now we're going to get tons of letters from our Cherokee fan base.
Wait, we have a Cherokee fan base?
Jay, there are at least 7 Cherokee Yahoo groups devoted solely to cheap seats.
Well, I don't think they're going to be that upset about that.
Jay, you know there's a man in a sport coat crying in the corner?
That's no man, Rand. That's Rob Gardner.
Who?
Rob Gardner, general sales manager at Midtown Jeep Cherokee.
Why is he crying?
Because he's cutting an onion.
It still hurts, guys.
See, he is upset.
It hurts that you haven't been down to see me, Rob Gardner, and all the other great people at Midtown Jeep Cherokee for our end-of-the-month blowout sales spectacular. I can put you behind the wheel of an 06 Liberty. Fully stocked, fully loaded, you pay no money down, you have 0% financing, and you don't make a payment to me until 2007. And even then, your payments are still $400 a month.
Wow, that did not go where I thought it was going.
Not going where you think you want to go? Try going where you know you want to go. Midtown Jeep Cherokee. Tell him Rob sent you.
Okay, your hand smells like onions. Get it?
Don't put it in my face. Hey, welcome back to the conclusion of the 1977 Superstars and the dreaded obstacle course, where once again, Guy Drew is in the mix. Is it me, or are they giving this Frenchman way too much airtime on the show?
He is the breakout superstar of Superstar 77.
Yes, but in retrospect, he could not parlay that fame into a movie deal.
It's not like the idea doesn't write itself. Here's our pitch. It's the story of a naive Frenchman who moves to America to pursue a career in hurdling.
But the only place he can find to live is a fraternity house.
His biggest hurdle of all comes when he falls in love with his roommate, who is actually a woman pretending to be a man just so she can write an article about the inner workings of the fraternity system.
We call the movie Just One of the Geese.
Quick, mail it to ourselves.
Slide whistle. Hilarious. Oh, God. Here we go. Remember Jack Sikma tearing his ACL on the wall? Hilarious. Good effort. The music's telling me to laugh, but I'm feeling really sad.
Next on the obstacle course, it'll be Guy Drew, the Olympian from France. And
it's Frenchie versus the Patriot. USA! USA!
14, the fastest time posted so far in the obstacle course out of the 2 runs we've had. Billy White Shoes Johnson, 25.
I didn't know Suge Knight was on hand.
3. Lynn Swan pretty much out of it with a 39.
Whoa! Guy cleared that wall like he was in the Army. Whoa, he hit that tackling sled like he was in the NFL.
Sled very well. Now they're on the tires, and Grogan.
He went through those tires like he works at Jiffy Lube. He jumped that water like he was playing Pitfall. Whoa, he cleared that bar like he was a high jumper. Now on to the hurdles. His bread and... Oh, God, that's awful. Down goes Drut. Down goes Drut. Wait, I got to see that again.
The Olympic hurdler knocks over a hurdle. That's like Tiger Woods climbing Mount Everest, then missing a 2-foot putt at the top.
I've never seen a hurdler go down on the hurdles.
You know what that's like? It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
I fall down. Always in the United States.
Yeah, blame America for that.
All right, it's Kevin Dobson now. Crocker out of the Kojak television series against...
As opposed to the Kojak podcast?
Here and,
Do you think Dobson made his union insurance for doing this show?
25-4-4. Jim Taylor and Dave Casper will have the last round. You see, these two are struggling some.
Wide shot courtesy of the crane that we didn't need.
Gets up and over it. All the bonus money is still up for grabs, depending on what happens here.
Look at Dobson attacking the sled just like a Hollywood actor. Oh, God, he's going to kill himself.
He's into all kinds of trouble with that blocking sled. He's a baseball player.
Omar gaining some steam, and no.
However, is nailed by successive penalties at the water jump of the high bar.
And, oh, God. Kojak is an action show, right?
And Kevin Dobson, well, Kevin Dobson's is a disaster.
At least he cleared the hurdles. Yeah, I'd like to see Guy Drew try a monologue from the Cherry
Well,
Orchard.
you can breathe now. Mr. Peter Ennis, the Vice President of Marketing, Fram Corporation.
He was Earl from Toshiba before Earl from Toshiba was Earl from Toshiba.
Star championship for Kyle Rote Jr.
Kyle Rote won? USA! USA! USA!
Thank you and all of the Fram people, not only for your support of Super.
Could they be more in the shadows? Now they know how Philip Rivers feels.
Very thankful to the good Lord for having some natural ability to be able to compete with these beautiful people.
Whoa, beautiful people. You do remember Dobson was a part of this competition.
And it's something we'll never forget. Thank you.
Okay, I want to go back to the fact that Guy Drew, an Olympic hurdler, tripped on a hurdle. That'd be like Michael Phelps drowning in a hot tub. If anything, it's got to be worthy of a cheapie. The score setter.
What's going on? I thought I was wrapped.
Yeah, you are, John. This is ridiculous. Guys, can you show us who's doing the graphics? It's you!
That's right. And I can't wait to show you two some down Laredo demos I've got sitting on the lot.
Where's our regular graphics guy? And why are you still crying?
Well, I sent Sam out to get me some extra eye drops. He left about half an hour ago. You see, guys, I've got what's called a leaky iris. Really works like a charm when you're trying to close on an old lady.
Just push that button in front of you, Rob. The one that says cheapies on it. Cheapie for least valuable positioning. I got to give mine to Jenner and Reggie. If they were any closer, they'd be sharing a turtleneck. I've got to give mine to Kevin Dobson for positioning him as an athlete. It's one thing to smoke Donnie Most in a three-legged race when you're attached to Hal Linden at the Battle of the Network Stars, but it's quite another to outlift a nonchalant Dave Casper. See, I don't even think he qualifies as a network star.
But none of them are quite like the all-star team down in Midtown Jeep Cherokee.
All right, just shut up, Rob, okay? Just shut up. This is not a commercial for your stupid Jeeps. This is a serious show where we make fun of people. Wow, you really made him upset. He said he has a leaky iris, in both eyes? Look, he was a slimy loser, all right? I know, but he had some down Laredo demos. You need a new car. I don't need a new car. You do, and with your credit, I'm sorry. Oh, you're going to bring my credit out now. Well, did you fix that thing from Card Member Services? Yes, I did fix that thing from Card Member Services. All three places? Yeah.